start of a year is always a time full of optimism, intrigue, and excitement when it comes to video games. So I asked the GameZone crew what their most anticipated game of the year was, and I got quite the feedback. I had to narrow it down to 5, or we'd be here all day. My name is Steve Knauer, and this is GameZone's 5 of the Week. This week, most anticipated games of 2016. Not much is known about Mass Effect Andromeda, but we do know that it's been in development since 2012, and it will be using DICE's latest Frostbite engine. The protagonist will be somebody other than our beloved Commander Shepard, and along with new protagonists comes a whole new roster of allies. It's even set in a different region of space, keeping the end of Mass Effect 3 mostly preserved as the players left it. We've also been promised a better, more enjoyable Mako buggy, which BioWare seems to have stored away in some old dusty broom closet until now. Mass Effect Andromeda is set to release in 4th quarter of 2016. Number 4. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Our stories speak of the ones that came before.
Set during the next era of mankind is an open-world post-apocalyptic action game. Taking the role of Aloy, a red-headed barbarian woman, players will take on giant robotic animals on their way through an emotional journey to learn the secrets of a forgotten civilization. I would describe this game as beautifully dangerous. Nature has reclaimed what was once civilization, creating a lush green environment, which serves as a stark contrast to the robotic monstrosities of the game. What's most exciting about this game is the sheer originality. We've seen a lot of sequels, rehashes, and HD remakes this past year, and Horizon Zero Dawn has new kid on the block written all over it. That being said, it reminds me a bit of Enslaved, Odyssey to the West in a lot of ways, along with the scale of Shadow of Colossus. Two games that I liked quite a lot. Being a self-proclaimed post-apocalyptic junkie, I can't wait for this one.
Oh, someone's angry! Gotta get under it. Got it!
Number 3.
Think everyone will be okay?
Okay, being blasted into oblivion?
Who can say?
Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 looks like the Final Fantasy we've been waiting for a long time. Officially, the story takes place on an Earth-like world. An armistice is declared between two uneasy nations, Lucius and Niflheim, ending a long-time Cold War over possession of the world's last crystal, a ceasefire that won't last long. However, the simple explanation of Final Fantasy 15 is a totally awesome broad trip. I don't care if you think it's angsty, these characters look cool. And not just a Hot Topic cool kid kind of way. I mean, just look at the way they move around. This game looks like it's gonna have a lot of the little things that really give it an artistic feel. The combat takes a more real-time approach, something akin to Kingdom Hearts or other action JRPGs. It looks like encounters work differently as well. Instead of entering a combat scene, monsters seem to be walking around the world ready to fight you the minute you get too close. With no official release date, nor even a quarter, Final Fantasy 15 is set to release sometime in 2016. Number 2. Tom Clancy's The Division.
When you first joined The Division, what were you expecting? I'm sure they told you.
After about 2 years since its announcement, Tom Clancy's The Division finally shows its face to the world in 2016. With a closed beta coming out very soon and the hype about to boil over, The Division makes it to number 2 on our list of the most anticipated games of 2016. The Division takes place in a near-future New York, where the players are tasked with investigating the source of a virus that plagues the city. The virus, smallpox, was spread through banknotes on Black Friday and collapsed the government in 5 days. If this isn't an anti-consumerist metaphor, I don't know what is. Gameplay-wise, The Division is technically an MMO with action RPG elements. Similar to Destiny in many ways, The Division has players teaming up with others in order to tackle certain objectives. Other teams are also scouring New York and can turn against the player at any moment. Progress through the game warrants experience points, which can be used to personalize their character, upgrade their backpack, and even customize their weapons and gear. The RPG aspects actually really come into play with character skills and talents. A well-balanced team has an array of skills to use. While not being much of a Destiny player, The Division caught my eye for 2 reasons. A, for being a Tom Clancy game, and B, for being third person. Will it be enough to compete with games like Destiny? We'll have to wait until the 8th of March to find out.
Where greed and fear corrupts, and no one can be trusted. This fight is only the beginning.
Number 1. No Man's Sky.
I've seen things. A few things before.
No Man's Sky, the hype spaceship of 2016, is number 1 on our list. No Man's Sky is a game about exploration and survival in a procedurally generated galaxy. Seriously, a galaxy. It's infinite. You can actually fly to and from the surface of a planet to the vastness of space without a transitional loading screen. This game is just too much to explain in one sitting, but I'm gonna try. Seriously, you can see a star out there, and you can go to it. It has an entire solar system around it. That's insane. The game's not just flying in a spaceship either. You can get out of your ship, you can walk around the planet, you can look at the wildlife, fight predators or robots, explore a planet, find treasure, whatever you want. You can even take a dip in the planet's ocean and it'll be teeming with life. What other game has that? You can gather resources from planets, trade them for new spaceships, spacesuits, equipment, and weapons. Find a crashed spaceship, bury treasure, giant boss monsters, asteroids in space. Even the options have options. This game is so hype that I can't stand it. No Man's Sky will finally grace us with its presence on June 2016. It is also the day that I drop everything I'm doing and I just declare my new love for this game. 2016 is looking like it's going to be a great year for gaming, one that I can't wait to get started with. There are a number of other games we're really excited about that didn't make the list, so be sure to check out GameZone.com for more news and reviews on these games and more. If you want more top 5 gaming videos, subscribe to our channel. If you want to hear more from me, check out my Let's Play channel in the description. This is Steve Knauer, and that was GameZone's 5 of the Week.